one thing that's restored to them is their human dignity. They no longer live in the shadows. They are a participant in the polity, in the society. Number two, they can get a license for their business. They can borrow. They can go to the bank or a microcredit organization in order to expand their business. And they can begin producing an economy that then becomes part of the state's own revenue base. So what we're saying is, why do states not recognize their own self-interest? Now, we know since Caesar's time and before, they're the haves and have-nots. And this will always be in society. But you don't take the have-nots and give them an illegal status. You at least have to allow them to compete, to use their own energies, to use their own talents, to use their own civic commitment, to use their own economic skills. One of the things I want to do, because my niche is the law, I've given my life to the law, is to help explain that the law is not an oppressive force. The law is liberating. Many people think of the law as a ukase, a dictate, a diktat, a mandate, a harsh decree. And in a sense, that's true in a limited area when we're talking about criminal activity. But the law is also a promise. It's liberating. The law tells you that if you work, if you strive, if you have civic responsibility, that you can progress as a person. We do not want to see a system in which the law oppresses legitimate activity. And the law is seen by many people, sometimes 70, 80% of the population, as a barrier, as an obstacle, and not a promise. And that has to be changed. That must be changed. That must be changed because, in part, we are in a new era, as we all know, where pathologies have been unleashed. And our answer is, oh, we support the rule of law. Well, what's the rule of law? I'm not sure in any language it translates. And in English, rule of law doesn't sound very exciting. And it doesn't sound very accurate. The old story that the dictator makes the trains run on time. That's the law. I suppose it's the law you had to go to a concentration camp. So that can't be what we mean by the law. Again, the law has a positive aspect. It means not only is that the state is bound by the law, but that it is bound to treat all of its citizens equally. It means that it has to provide access to justice. Even in very wealthy, advanced countries, access to justice is difficult. Lawyers are expensive. Lawsuits are feared. So we have no magic bullet for this other than to recognize that there are many tools that the law has that can be provided to people where you don't need lawyers. You can have simple forms, you can have legal clinics, you can have paralegals. You can make available to the people not only the idea, the concept, the vision that the law is empowering, but you can make that a reality.